It is alive! It is alive! It is alive! And how has this gone on for 10 seconds? I do not believe it. I simply do not believe it. I don't believe it. Can't believe it's not butter. So we're gonna wait for 1 or 2 people to drop in, I guess. Or not really. Either that or if I can tell people I'm streaming. And people are complaining that I'm streaming. Great start, everybody. Hello, Cloud. Apparently other people are streaming, so that's gonna be fun. Oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is. Streaming live right now. At everyone. Here we go. It says that I'm stramming. I don't know what stramming is, but I'm telling everybody that I'm streaming. I forgot to copy the message. There we go. Now let's post it here. Yes, there we go. We can tell people here as well, but without the everyone streaming thing. Na 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 ba ba na 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 ba na 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 na. Can't you just eat for 1 hour so I can do that first? Well, the thing is, I want to get this game done with as quickly as I possibly can. So I'm gonna stream a lot today. So an hour here and there, you're not gonna miss much, Cloud. Trust me on that one. As I'm probably gonna be stuck on the trial for a while. I've already eaten also. I even took a shower. So, you know, I'm all prepared for a stream. Believe it or not, I'm ready for streaming. It is hard to believe. There's already 4 people watching, so let's start up the game. Current subscriber goal is all wrong. Not that I actually care, cause I've lost subscribers left and right. I'm down at 1016. Eat more and take 1 more shower. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna play some Trials and Tribulations, aka Trials and Troubles. Oh yeah, right, part 2 trial. Whew. Got me confused there. I was about, what? Do I have to restart the entire chapter? If that would have been the case, I would have been pissed. January 7th, 9:48 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? Well, we did. But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie! Yeah, I knew it was Gumshoe. Ah, they take the Gumshoe. Are you alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let them get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you. Yes? You'd better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right? Yep. So, you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Oh, of course! I got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't match with the facts, Make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You got me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Well, but they can't, but that's not right. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Yeah, when I'm in control it's gonna go bad. What is this? Am I getting old? Is that a wrinkle? It's a wrinkle. No, it's hair. It's hair. Make it look like a wrinkle. Oh well. I am getting old, so wrinkle here and there. January 7th, 10 AM, District Court number 4. Yeah, that's all talk and chat. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You was talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? Yeah, he's not very trusty, is he? So, Mr. Goddard, your opening statement, please. Mr. Wright, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind the mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. That's because it's the guy from the second game, the cowboy guy. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict in this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this trial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Goddard, please summon your first witness. Wow, spoilers. Well, I have no idea, I'm just guessing. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Wow, nice going there, Gumshoe. Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation tied up in another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elk. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of the Blue Screens Incorporated, a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Glenn's autopsy report added to the court record. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. Wow, it only has 4 tables. Huh. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Victor Okuda. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Très bien. Floor plans added to the court record. Come, detective. Take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. The incident. Witness testimony. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. The stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Using the dark, aromatic depth of the coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seems to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to be on cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me. You sure about that, Phoenix? You sure about that? Hold it. Are we really beginning this with the first hold it game?
Hold it.
Apparently we are, okay. Get it, I get it. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supposed to be supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. The two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press harder. Well, maybe the other witness just missed him. Perhaps the view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ha! That argument is as weak as the coffee at Trebien. Try it. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef, moments after the poisoning took place, correct? Oh, that was the judge. Oh, well, there's no one around here to spot me on that, so... I think the court will agree that there's such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Wright? Could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Ugh. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Crime photo added to the court record. Okay, so we got something new there. Let's save then. Then we shall continue from save point. We understand that the guy with Glenn Elk was listening to radio at the time. Hold it!
Hold it!
Yep, no one is present. Exactly, Cloud, exactly. Also, why is the timestamps not showing? I want the timestamps to show game. I mean, not game, I mean chat. Have they actually removed? Okay, I know. The timestamps were actually removed. Oh yeah, right, I forgot to turn that off. Should probably turn that off actually. Let's see. Events, turn that off. There we go, so we can actually see the chat. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us there too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press harder. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Dictator Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? How to objection like a boss. Hello, Kyutsu, welcome to stream, hope you'll enjoy. Hold it!
Hold it!
Why is chat double now? That doesn't make any sense. Is it 3 chat is active? It's because chat number 2 is active, there we go. So traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid or was it a powder? If I had to put it in a layman's term, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection!
Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, try it? The victim took his coffee black, with no sugar. It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press harder. Press. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I would think. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This. Should I be grateful this coffee only hot enough to give me first degree burns? Probably, Phoenix. Probably. Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in the cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him, like this. Ugh! Not going well for you, Phoenix. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Hold it!
Hold it!
Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Yamshu? It's, well, the stuff lethal. Eat too much and your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. .2 grams. How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. And it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Hold it!
Hold it!
Wow, doing it in that voice apparently works. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
Objection!
You know what my golden rule is, detective. Check out a bad cover copy. You can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying, we can always get another witness on the stand if we had to check you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Birdie's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. She was... The judge said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Mag stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? How to act cool. 1. Wear a mask. 2. Drink coffee. Press harder! Press harder! Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's a $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Smack, smack, smack. Order! Order! Ha! She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court, immediately. I better keep an eye on the ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. The victim's lottery ticket added to the court record. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. Schmack. That's enough. The fact of this case seems overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which he is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There is also a matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for the sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. That's not something you should say, Judge. Just throwing that one out there. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Mag is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie. This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? Ha! It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Not going well for you there, Samurai, aka Phoenix. Order, order, order. The court will accept these items into evidence. Apron added to the court record. Potassium cyanide added to the court record. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstains to the court? Yeah, I'm well aware of that, Kutsu. I've done that on purpose. The lower screen doesn't really showcase anything important. And to only have 3 chat messages on the chat, it's a little bit too little in my taste. Bloodstain. What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about the bloodstain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone to breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, and I had to drink 17 cups of ketchup. Witness. Ugh. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I actually thought it was blood too, to be honest. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they have all been clearly established. Well, try it. It seems you really are a phony after all. Oh, you really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of the investigation there. The investigation, witness testimony. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, try it. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Yeah, cross-examination, the investigation. So, we're gonna save. Then we're gonna continue from save point. 'Cause we're awesome like that. Hold it! Okay, it doesn't work now. Hold it. Hold it.
Hold it!
Thank you. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who was regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them and seeds. Seeds? Ha! It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even a mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at that time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Hold it!
Thank you. Third time's the charm now. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officer got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Meg was still out cold in the kitchen at the time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would like to have carried out the search too. Wow, Phoenix, really? I would have loved to see Maggie sleep like that. All pretty and peaceful. Not helping your case here, Gumshoe. Not helping your case. You're a professional Detective Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, Detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Whoops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? Not really. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Hold it.
Okay, yeah, third time's the charm. We'll see how long that will last. Not very is my guess. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounded like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Yeah, maybe you are. Phoenix, maybe you are. Hold it.
Hold it.
We figured out who he was pretty quick and then the investigation went smoothly. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down. He's got a whole sagging shoulder and puppy eyes thing going. There's also a prescription bag on the victim's table, along with a lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenn L. visited his doctor before he went to Trebian. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or should I ask more? We're gonna save first. That's what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna continue. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag was found empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Okay, good. Ha! You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate are you to try it. Now, what happened with that investigation after that, detective? Hold it!
Hold it.
Now it worked on the first time. Good. Okay, it just redid itself. That was pointless then. Hold it.
Hold it.
But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. Okay, I didn't read that. It happened something. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Objection.
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, try it. Someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to, if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. It's gonna make a weird sound, but there we go. Hold it.
Hold it.
So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah, interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for, but wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah, The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with, and we can't find any contradiction if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Mag and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe. Be the dumbest you've ever been. Here we go. Let's see here. Got stuff from a show, must have been stuff for the victim didn't have an against line. We'll figure out probably quickly again smoothly. No article. There's nothing else missing from the crime. Regan got this from the tech doctor before going to Trials Tribulations. The bag's empty. Early powder poison bears Maggie's fingerprints found in her apron pocket. Worn by Maggie at the time of the incident, has a small pocket but big stains. A winning ticket for $500,000 found during a body search for Maggie. The coffee contained potassium cyanide covered in victims of Maggie's fingerprints. Photo of the scene taken from the near the kitchen. Touch check button for details. Maybe. Let's save first, actually. Let's save the game for now, so that I can screw up. Then we will present with the evidence. Objection! Show me the evidence, which I will object to. Objection!
Objection!
It was the wrong. Contradiction. No, we did. Objection. 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 Objection.
Objection!
Man, I hate this game. Let's restart actually and investigate again. Yeah, WarioWare Gold is out, I don't care. What, I've dropped frames? Why, game? Why? Why, game? Why? Hold it.
Hold it.
Took him an hour to find a payphone. That's actually quite a long time, not gonna lie. So tell me, chat, what I'm supposed to do here. There's only 3 people watching. No, now it's 5. Chat, tell me where to present the evidence. And what evidence to present. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Just tell me already. I don't care at this point. I just want to finish this game as quickly as I possibly can. Go through these again just to be on the safe side. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I've seen myself. Yeah, professional. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on a pal. It's 58 cents. Wait a minute here. Stolen. No, I don't think so. Victim blah blah blah. He was a programmer, didn't he produce music? Why do you get medicine in a bag? That is true. Granted, you can get a bag to carry it in afterwards. But yeah, you do get things in a bottle. Also, why is it dropping frames? It shouldn't do that. Silly YouTube.
Hold it.
Wait a sec. Objection. Objection. Perfection.
Objection!
Okay, no, that was not it. Objection.
Objection!
Objection.
Objection!
Objection.
Objection!
No, that's not it either. Objection.
Objection!
Okay, no, that was not it. Got a guilty verdict. I'm gonna go and get myself some more water at the very least. And pick up my cell phone while I'm at it. Okay, let's see here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I presented this here. Objection! Objection! Objection!
Objection!
Oh. Never mind. Let's just start. Go to Ace Attorney, Justice for All, and Trials Tribulations. Here we go. From save point. 6. Objection! Objection? Yeah, right. Yeah, there was nothing else missing. Of course, the medicine is missing. Objection! Objection!
Objection!
Detective Gamshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testify that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officer recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Trebienne. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal! Wait a second. No, restream crashed. Let me do this. With restart. There we go. There we go, now it's updated. A little bit too slow there, but it is what it is. Oh wow, they actually updated on time too, though. Or it just showed the correct times. Indeed! Due consideration wasn't given in to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Good point there, Phoenix. Good point indeed. Order! Order! Well, Mr. Goddard, what do you have to say to that? Ha! That's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic. Oh, Otolaryngological. I can't read that shit. Yes, what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Goddard? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Alec found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? It's mentioned in autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Trebienne. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Ugh. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it will all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with an old, weak objection. What should I do? We're gonna save, that's what we're gonna do. Then I'm gonna get hiccups, that's what's gonna happen next. Then I'm gonna drink some water. Push the medication issue. Only moments ago, Mr. Goddard made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Trebienne. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? but the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
Objection!
That doesn't change the fact that it could have not been found at the crime scene. However, insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
Objection!
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waiter served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Ugh. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness to the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot. I got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudau, the pigeon hater. Yeah, what a real pigeon hater he is. Hello Rukawa, welcome to the stream, hope you enjoy. Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. And that is something that bothers me. Yay, good job, Nick. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Ha! I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court adjourned for the recess. January 7th, 11:03 AM. This is court defendant lobby number 1. Whew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. No, you didn't, Phoenix. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitresses' outfits and projectile seats. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his way, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. Not so sure about that, Phoenix. Not so sure about that. January 7th, 11:15 AM. This is courtroom number 4. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Goddard, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. The name is Victor Kuda, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what makes me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too. We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Ha! Listen, young one. How much gold do you hear is my kimono embroidered here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do, or did, back in Japan. I embroidered family crest on kimonos. My ancestors were embroiderers kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. A dying breed. Hey, maybe you could embroider my costume sometimes. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Yeah, actually. A lot better. Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh, yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javakino. Seeds? What do you think these are, I see. So, you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh yes I did. I saw it all. Man, that voice really hurts my throat. Then please, tell the court we're all ears. Sure, I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. He has a nice theme though, Victor Kudo. What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Yakino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. That's a very short witness testimony, actually. Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Ha! You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones? Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses. It's wireless and spectacles. Spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me. Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. What I witnessed. Hold it.
Hold it!
So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenelg? Glenelg. I wanted to know if Gatzenbron retained his championship or not. So I was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what if there are? If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at the table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? I go to the place to drink Javakino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at. You mean you go there to hire the waitresses? Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold my beer. Okay, just hold was all it took. Hold. Mr. Kudo, there's a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I don't every T and cross every I. I dot every T and cross every I. I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scooping out waitresses. And I saw that what the serving girl put in the Yakino as well. But I know what's coming up and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Well, let's save, Phoenix. We're doing the magic of save scamming. And then we continue with our lives from the last save point. That's harder. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put in the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony. I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. Hold it.
Hold it!
Did she really put that into the coffee? You doubt me, boy? She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. Couldn't she have been adding sugar? Sugar in a small brown bottle like that. Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? A bottle like this, perhaps. Oh, there it is! That's the one! That's a bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So, what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Ugh. Hold. I don't even need to say it. I only need to say, oh, hold. Hold. Wow. He took just one sip. You young'uns! You waste everything! Those Yavakinos cost $8! In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cap, and then died. Congratulations. You have earned the title of baddest man to grace a courtroom. So, it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible. Oh yes, he slumped over without so much as a twitch. I felt the Yavakino and just drank turned sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress, I presume she is. That's the serving girl, right there, in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Hold. Hold it. You said, I remember her well, in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It is a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry? You can see all the way up to her. Her, you know. She's practically naked in that uniform. Man, Kuda would go to town if he saw a lot of Twitch streamers, that's for sure. So, the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just such an outfit, even me. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. You gotta keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. There are other things I recognize about her too. He seems pretty sure himself. What should I do? Press harder. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kulo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them into your testimony. Sure, sir. There was a ribbon in her hair, and the nipple straps were loose. Hold. Hold it. Oh my God. You don't seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face? Ah! As if I would remember that. Objection. The witness noticed the straps of the accused's apron. He's unlike to make a mistake about her face. That's right. I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in the hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get a feeling there's something more to this somehow. We're gonna do a funny here. Ask about the waitress's back. The identifying features you describe are all things you could see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Objection. Ha! He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when it's asked to describe someone. But this witness testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment! I tell you! I am not obsessed with straps or ribbons! I'm just telling you what I saw! Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure, sir. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hole in it sooner, it will get even longer, I bet. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. Hold. It. Hold. Really, game, we're doing this now? Hold. It. Hold it. Victor Kudal. Hold it. Hold. Hold.
Hold it.
I don't even. You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes?
No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down.
That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This has turned into a matter of pride for old CD now, I guess. I wonder if he really did see Maggie's face or not. Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitresses. I guess. She makes a good point though. Hey, did I say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Miss Kudo saw really was Maggie. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. Yeah, there was the other girl, the ghost girl. We're gonna save. And then we're gonna continue. It's from save point. Reading a sports paper, serving the roast being Yakino. I took one sip. Let's see here. Worn by Mag at the time of the incident. Objection. Object. On. Object. Object. Objection. Objection.
Objection!
Thank you very much for following, Abdullah. Mr. Kurdo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
That filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like, just after he's done eating.
Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Well, you off with the clot? What? What is it? Ever since I said, you off with the clot, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kurdo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning.
Huh?
And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before... yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waiters from the front.
Oops.
Yeah, I was too busy looking at her back.
That's for sure. Witness. You can't just oops your way out of this. Ha! Well, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Tried. Here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird? Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kuro. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say, sir. What you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Grabs. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin is in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted.
He can't remember? Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to details is, Mr. Kuro. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
About the victim.
He was another one of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the cappuccino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness' memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of details. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types, who are so vague about everything.
How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. It kinda is what you do best, Phoenix, honestly. About the victim. Hold.
Hold it.
Spectacles.
Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well.
He did have some kind of lens over his left eye. But I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses.
He seems to have been wearing some rather modern looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Goro's sharp appearance.
Ah, we better come up with something sharp and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. Hold it. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it?
That young hooligan! I nearly asked him. Can't you even read without fidgeting? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all the rustling going on? I needed to find out if Guts and Braun retained his championship title.
It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own?
What are you looking at me that for?
Ow, ow! Guts and Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. Hold it. Championship title. Huh. The wireless?
The descendant young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless.
Oh boy.
And using an earpiece. It's selfish. That's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it.
Was he that desperate to listen to the radio?
What are you looking at me like that for? How dare you look at me like that? Ow! Ow!
Hold it. You mean the waitress we only saw from behind, right?
You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go, isn't that right?
Maybe.
What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from the behind? My eyes don't want to see me. Ow, ow!
Better not push it until I got some hard evidence. Hold it. His free hand?
Yes!
Which hand was that?
Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his free hand, blah blah blah. Ow, ow! Ha! Perhaps the gear 8, Mr. Trite, has 3 hands. Sheesh! I was only asking. Don't need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy memory has more holes than a slice of swish. I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and it's ours. Yeah, we just need the right thing. Which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. I wonder what it could possibly be. Little Fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. Picked up the coffee. See me in this? Objection!
Objection!
Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know! There's nothing wrong with my memory. I tell you, nothing! If I got anything wrong, I'll eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going? Try it. According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. What is this? Kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's a cup of the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim, you will notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you will clearly see that the victim was holding the cup with his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Ah! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness... Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony? That young brat was holding the cup on his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's at that young hotpot and you spiked hair yahoo, who are at fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man. Old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I got to say! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Haha, no victory for Mr. Victor. Left hand or right hand? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his specs. Okay, so on his left side. He kept fiddling with it all this time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. Who knows? We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor, often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? Hello Ricardo, welcome to the stream, hope you enjoy. The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. Hello Jason, welcome to the stream, hope you enjoy.
Oh, it is the Fury Tiger arc. I don't remember the name of this case, to be honest. This is the first day, Ricardo.
I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth.
It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are the facts, in good old black and white.
Hold it. So the victim was wearing an HMD.
HDTV, CD, DVD, what does it matter?
It was none of them actually, but anyways. Recipe for Turnabout, yeah, that's the name. Thanks, Jason. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side?
No question. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. Hold. Hold. Hold.
Hold it!
Thank you. It seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenn Elg.
He was getting on my nerves, rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And then he went and made all the fuss, dying from one sip of Yavakino. I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked.
So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. Hold it. Hold. Hold.
Hold it!
Thank you, game. That's a scouter. This is not Dragon Ball. The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with?
You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket. Or fasten your left cuff with your right hand. And when your tour guide says, on your right side, you'll see the famous blah blah. You're the only one who deliberately looks left. Well, aren't you?
No, I didn't mean...
Obviously, he used the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Ow, ow, ow!
So if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess.
And then he used the same hand to pick up the coffee, his left hand.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Hold it!
You seem very sure of yourself, Miss Kuro.
That's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you try and play on me.
It looks like he really did see the guy picking the cup up with his left hand. This is a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right. Then chuck evidence at him until he breaks. But if he's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradiction in his testimony, right? Ah, thank you for subscribing, Jason. That scared me though, I was not prepared for it. The HP of the boss is starting to drain little by little. That's pretty good. Get filling with the time. Objection!
Objection!
I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observation of the victim.
What?
You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD?
No question. You can look me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt.
Are you sure, witness? You do have a clown nose and clown makeup on your cheeks. Who's to say you should have been taken seriously? It doesn't really have clown makeup, but his nose is entirely red. Yeah, that's for sure.
I could only see the side of his head from where I was sitting.
I don't think so.
What did you say?
You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Miss Kudo, but the victims couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured.
Eh?
Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It is impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece on his left ear, because he couldn't even hear it in that ear.
Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon!
Is that the pigeon dance?
Order, order, order.
This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. Yeah, it's not makeup, the red thing. It's him blushing. He only saw the waitress from the behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot?
A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip?
This is the victim's coffee cup, in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark of the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad that drank his Yavakino with his left hand.
Sure he did there, Victor, sure he did.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand, and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw.
Objection!
Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Objection.
Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The fact still stands. With one hand or another, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this.
Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness' memory is credible. And the results are clear. Now he's blushing again. Why did Godot turn into a prosecutor? He used to be Mia's mentor. Well, you see, Jason, I have never played this game before, hence the title, or in the parenthesis, blind. Which means I have never played this game before, so I had no idea that Godot was Mia's mentor. That has not yet been revealed in the game. So that's a pretty massive spoiler. You're lucky though that I no longer care about this game series, so you know, it doesn't really matter. No, it wasn't the first case. The first case had what's his name again? The big guy. He was in the first game as well. I don't remember his name, it was something German at the very least. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Actually, we might as well change that in the frequently asked questions. Drag this down. Nope. Trials and tribulations will be the last. Stream. There we go. I'm definitely not eating that, so remove that. Write nothing. I haven't eaten something in a very... They never really mentioned anything about Godot in the first trial. Mentioned him in the second trial for the very first time, but they never mentioned that he was Mia's mentor. The testimony given by this witness is useless.
I believe it's time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey!
No, he was never present in the first case, Jason. It might come up later in the game as a flashback scene, but Fedreich or whatever his name is, I don't remember. Let's Google it. Trials and Tribulations, first case. Turnabout Memories is the name of it. Let's see, characters, that's gonna spoil more. Why is he not shown case? Well, now I'm essentially spoiling myself a lot. So we should have gone for the first game instead. He's right, Ace Attorney. Let's do that. Characters in this one. Let's see what his name is. Why isn't he not showcased here either? Maybe he's not that relevant and that he doesn't show up, okay. Oh, well, not like it matters anyway.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from here. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate the case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Wait! It will stop now! We'll just leave me! Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to the blues to the young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now.
How is your bad memory my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now. But there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark.
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shotgun. Shogun, I mean, not shotgun.
Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Grabs. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Yavakino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet! Much, much quicker.
I can't believe this is happening.
You better get ready.
I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, wouldn't you? He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code. Okay, that's weird, game.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Yavakino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turned things upside down, Is that alright? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Eh? You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor defense old man? No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're a bird brain. That's why that's all you can think of. Very well. Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please.
Hold it.
Hold it!
The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo.
Noisy brat! I'm warning you, I'm more savage than a macho man right now. You won't beat me with this testimony. This is the final battle. Ow! Ow!
He's chucking those seeds harder than ever. I better be careful. Come on, Nick. Nail him.
The young boy slumped over.
No, yeah, right. Hold it.
Hold it!
The court has already heard the testimony, Mr. Kudo.
I know that. I was just setting the mood. How else am I supposed to build up the suspense,
The suspense?
Yes. Now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more? No, no. Please continue, Mr. Kudo, as quickly as possible. All right. Now where was I? Ah, yes. The young boy slumped over the table and...
Hold it.
Hold it!
A vase, you say?
Yes! There are vases on all the tables in that place. They're accidentally waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over.
Well, he's right about that. There being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase?
Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define?
Okay, I get it.
I heard it break, and the sight of it burned into my memory as clear as day.
Hold it.
Hold it!
Soaked in water, you mean?
Yes, it splashed me on the knee as well.
You said you were sitting at the table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet, the water still managed to splash onto you?
It was cold! I clearly remember it splashing me.
Could the water really make it all the way across to the other side of the room? Hold it!
Hold it!
You mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking?
The vase turned upside down, and my testimony is turning the case upside down. It's a joke. I just wanted everyone to hear it. What do you think, Captain? I'm impressed by your ability to waste time.
Godot hasn't raised any objections for a while now.
So, you young show-off. With that scrap of information, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. If I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat.
He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya. It's you he's looking at, Nick, not me. It's like he's saying, I triple dog dare you to find a contradiction, young'un. I guess I'll just have to rise to the challenge then. Yeah, I guess we have to rise to the challenge. Rising up, back on the street. Took my chances looking for glory. Something, something I don't know. Because I don't know the lyrics. I have no idea. So I don't know what this is. Bam 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 bam. Dan dan dan. Yeah, the vase is whole there. Objection!
Objection!
Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
Huh, so what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Grandad?
I'm no granddad of yours. Hopscotch.
Ow! Ow!
Enough. If you throw your seeds, you're something. Ah! What is it now? I just remembered something.
Yes, go on.
The broken vase. Haha, it was on my table.
What?
Ah, well, you see. It startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
Wow, Victor. Wow. Way to go.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Ah! Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait, listen to me!
Maybe he just wanted someone to listen to him.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waiters in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup and the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand. And the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor?
The witness we just heard from, he is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it, if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that.
God's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. God's.
Yes, Your Honor. Did we get all 3, really? I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? Beats me, Maya. Beats me. Hello, Allie. Yes, I am.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
To be continued. Let's save the game. And I'm gonna go and drink some water, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom as well, so I'm gonna turn off the microphone, so again, be right back. Here we go. I am officially back as fast as I have moved this out of the way. There we go. Let's see. There we go. There we go, I mean. So, we're gonna continue on. January 7th, 12:52 PM, Ryder Cole offices. So, how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? They got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if they killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. It was the ghost girl, Phoenix. All we know is that the old Mr. Kudo saw the apron straps and the ribbon, and that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictions. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah! We got to find one for Maggie, or she's going to have a terminal case of guilty. So what to do? Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I hate how there's no way for American gamers to play Phoenix Wright Dual Destiny. Wasn't that released recently? Maybe I'm wrong. Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. I'm pretty sure it's released on the eShop. I could be wrong though. Oh, no, worldwide. Worldwide, October 24th, 2013. You can buy it on the eShop. It's on the eShop in America. The Nintendo 3DS eShop. Sure, you might not be able to buy it physically. At least not an American copy, but you can buy an a digital copy. That's what I did with Phoenix Wright Trilogy. But you can still play it. On an American 3DS. You just have to buy it digitally. You wouldn't be able to play that unless you either hard mod your 3DS or get a European 3DS, because the 3DSs are region locked and the games, unlike the Nintendo DS and the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow, I think the key to the case has to be at 3 BN. Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. Any ideas? So, anything on your mind? Actually, there's something. I was wondering about seeing Eof. You know, like what he's like and stuff. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that guy. I had to beat you so hard, it will feel like you were smushing the express train, Koiba. Phoenix Wright. You used to saying you, Phoenix Wright? Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. Actually, I learned a little something about my doppelganger. Huh? You did? What did you find out? Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Funine. Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I want to sue for defamation. Wow. What's that guy's story anyway? Why does he have to gain by impersonating me? Fame and money, perhaps, Phoenix? I don't know. Let's go to the detention center. January 7th, detention center research room. I guess Mag is still in questioning. But we got a question to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know? Maggie! No, I'm just kidding. Let's go to Très Bien then. January 7th, Très Bien. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like... Now just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. It's getting really worked up about something. No! That's the wrong number! Ah! Looks like an 8. Would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a rip-off. What's the problem, Detective Yamshu? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just... I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, having lunch here. He is. And he's having the twin tea set. What can I say? Yeah, what can you say? So, what's today's trial about? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Mag in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know? You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today? If you'd like Phoenix Wright, you'd love a similar series as Professor Layton, but recommend starting with Astron Legacy. It's more or less an origin game. Professor Layton is a visual novel game, isn't it? Chances are I'm not going to touch that game. Because I'm not a big fan of visual novel games, honestly. So, sorry. There just weren't any holes in it, for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually a testimony is like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would you have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you about me, I mean? Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. She never said that. Something like that. Gumshoe's sad. But please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... What? What is it happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh, man. Poor Gumshoe. So what about the lunch special? So, did you like twin tea set? I never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for $20, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was... delicate. Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like you're thinking. That's it! I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realized, it's bad! That's it, it tasted bad! It's just kinda hard to admit it to yourself when you pay $20 for it, you know? Well, to be fair, Maya did insult him twice, so... yeah. Maybe you should have found out about the piece after he had finished eating. Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glenn L came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glenn L, that reminds me, we still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? So what about the radio? So what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something.
Oh, that? That was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show. What the? A Psyche-lock? This lunch special lobster sure is great.
Then why are there tears in your eyes?
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked.
What happened when he crashes though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden?
Ugh. He wasn't literally a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Mag and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. L worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. Or something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Stable, not stable. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about the high-tech stuff. I wonder about that.
It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, huh? Anything else I can examine, perhaps? What the heck is this? It must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so. With all the police tape around it. And that stain must be from poison coffee. Oh yeah, right, it's that thing. Could go to the kitchen and see if the chef is there. Huh? Is Dawson talking to someone? Yeah, there's the ghost girl again. I'll be back next month. Oui, naturally, I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. No, stop it, I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. But no, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone, and I'll draw a knife right through your heart. Oh no, you do not have to worry. No, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It's the oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. Oh! I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now. Oh, I have the shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become another wake. There, oh, oui, that feels good. Ugh. Ooh la la, excuse-moi, monsieur. My eyes! Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this oil of sandalwood. Isn't that just the leftovers what you were just using? Let's have a chat with him then. So how about that, très bien? You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? None, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to come visit me, no? That way, I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand, they say this try. I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But I think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. Nick, that's the kind of thing that makes a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya?
But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to the finale. No one will take it from me.
So, the woman just now, who is that? So, who was the woman you were just talking to?
Ooh la la, you saw that?
Well, yes, sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful.
Polite? Graceful?
And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month.
Oui, naturalmente. I will be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
No, it will have everything ready, I promise.
Now that I think about it. Hey Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation we're having. You think so? Well, then let's show. Weird, but let's present him this one.
So long as that paper exists, I am delightful angel with the broken wings.
An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it.
Oui, they kept raising me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them.
Help them? With what?
Ma bien sûr, if I don't owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied.
Please, what did you agree to help them with?
No, I cannot say. If I tell you, that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with the garnish.
I hope it doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I think that's what he meant, Phoenix. I think that's what he meant. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right?
Ah.
Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's,
Why, as it's come to this, what a tragedy. Suddenly, I find myself so deep in the depth. It is a sign of the bad, bad world we live in, huh?
No, I'd say it's more of a sign of a bad, bad culinary skills. Yeah.
This is a woman who was here. This is a guy woman. She is from the loan office.
Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from?
Weird, then the lender, it is gold.
Catch a name, just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10.
$10 sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So Tender Lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they got anything to do with this case. Most likely, Maya, most likely.
I am a weak woman. When I'm upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to I'm loaning my $500,000 my money. I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like his slave and I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who is he?
La tiger?
The tiger?
Oui, he's the manager of the Tender Lender, a terrifying man. The big city monster. When he shouted at me, when he was trembling and his voice is rang in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battle scooter arise, I start to cry.
Big city mobster who rides a battery old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance?
Oh, no. This man is a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, oui, it does have a spiky hair just like you. Oui, there is a resemblance, rare as a bird.
Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all.
you want to visit the dental and it's just beyond vitamins where.
Hey Nick, if you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3.
Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Back to Trebien! Woohoo! Hello, Gumshoe. So let's go to Blue Screens Incorporate first. January 7th, Blue Screens Incorporate.
Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air.
It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Oh, that was a woman, okay.
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked.
Wow, what secrets?
Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building.
Understood.
Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director. The director? She's a human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. Ghost in a shell reference. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glenn Ellis?
That's an DMH, right?
Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Incorporated are supplied with HMDs.
You know what HMD stands for?
No, I'm not gonna bring that up.
Then do you write programs too?
No, I just enjoy hearing this.
Then they are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one.
Let's examine first. He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he?
Wow! I bet that's where the pro in programming comes from, huh? I guess I should be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe I could become Old Cedar's apprentice.
And what about your spirit medium training? Okay, pounding the keyboard again.
Hey, look Nick! It's a supercomputer. It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it?
Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya.
That explains why we don't use the computer in our office.
You work there too, Maya?
Yeah, but at least I'm...
Please don't argue about something so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you.
She said she'd laugh at us, Nick.
She's a human, Maya, not a computer.
Wow, look at this mess.
Looks like they're all betting tickets.
What kind of betting? What kind of betting tickets?
For betting on which horse will win a given race. The horse racing tickets.
Oh wow, his drawers are stuffed full of these.
Looks like they're all losing tickets though. Glenn is losing horse racing tickets gathered up. So he was a gambler.
Wow!
This many tickets would get you. What? A buck down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up. Did you try to profit from the dead, Nick?
I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling.
Nah,
just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for.
This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind.
Futuristic?
Yes, we tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul.
One second though. I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling.
Oh, well, we're done there. Let's talk with her then. Blue Screens Incorporate. So, what exactly is this firm's business?
I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management system required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operation systems and source level components to them.
Huh? You lost me at the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter, they analyze stuff. You got that much right.
The software we produce is distributed on CDs.
CDs?
Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage media.
Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music.
It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they're doing.
Oh wow, he doesn't look too good.
Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I'm researching the impact of time slicing, blah blah blah.
Okay, even the game is find is boring. Sorry for all you programmers out there. The game finds you boring. Like, you know, half the world does, I'm afraid.
Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of things we are involved in. Did your good people follow all of that?
Yeah. Your blank smile has said otherwise, Maya. So, what exactly happened? That's what I want to know. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil?
You mean about Glenn Basil? About Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know, it's terrible.
Can you tell us everything that might be helpful? Can you tell us something that might be helpful?
I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too, but I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Incorporated.
Oh. How about Mr. L's desk? Have you cleared it out already?
No, not yet. It's this one right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it.
I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Let's present this. Would you mind taking a look at this?
I'm sorry, there's super admin restricted protected.
Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What? This is madness. No, Maya, that is Sparta. That is Sparta! She won't tell us unless we say the right code word. The code word? Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess she just doesn't want to talk about this. Maybe we should focus on asking about Glenn Elg. What do you say? Good idea there, Maya. Hello Ultra Gamer 659, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy. About Mr. Elg.
He was a top programmer. I wouldn't even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality.
Oh, like what?
He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it.
That's wrong because the story is so dependent on the event of Miracle Mask.
That's what got him into trouble.
What's the matter?
He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee.
Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We got to find out exactly what his trouble was exactly. About Mr. Elg. Was he in some kind of trouble?
I'm sorry. Why would you think that?
I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Oh no, not another psyche lock. Three psyche locks. I guess Mr. L likes every other man with his own pile of secrets. Oh, he's like every other man. Never mind. We'll come back to this then. Back to Trebien. Let's go and check in on El Tiger here. So, we gotta move to Vitamin Square. January 7th, Vitamin Square. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe want to buy another tons of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he would be here anyway. At least not for now. Oh, he wouldn't be here, okay. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. What is this doing? Just imagine a tiger loose in the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an... So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're grey, is that it? You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. Okay, I don't think we can examine anything new here. Let's go to the actual tender lender then. January 7th, tender lender. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as I say, a very good timing. Welcome. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. You're here to discuss alone? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. Just like a ghost. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course, no one will ever notice. Coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Nick, let's get out of here. It's a ghost. What is Shaggy? It's a ghost. No, Scoob, it's a pretty girl. We're just gonna get to keep it moving. Now she wants to get out of here. We can examine this thing. There's a CD player under the desk, but the desk is so loud it's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it all? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee. It was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach! It's killing me! Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. We better take a look at the CD while we're still alive and have a chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger? Eye of the Tiger, Maya! Eye of the Tiger! How can you not know that? I know it's a phony name because, you know, no real life items and whatnot. But come on, Maya, it's Eye of the Tiger, not Claw of the Tiger. It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on a disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way. That will make us drink more coffee if we do. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way! You wanna catch me walking around with a bag like that? What do you mean walking around? The design gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it. I was right before back at Trebien. Paris fashion is more my thing. I really hope she's putting my chain on this one. Oh, no! Something dropped in that ashtray on the floor. That's going to be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was a pain. It was one of those super antique where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh hey! There's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look, what's printed on its cover? It says Très bien. Huh. The plot thickens. These matches could have come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah. The pilot light for the officer boiler keeps going out. Swing and miss, Maya. Swing and miss, Maya. Swing and miss. Let's see. This round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. Like the Pokemon. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now this yellow thing, this Japanese chess piece, I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know? Or reversee, I think it's called actually. Reversee. Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? 15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane! The car registered to the Cadaverinis. Huh? So it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would someone else repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Hey, look at this Parisian style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Wow, they used the word pimp in this game? Pimpin'. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. The same color as my suit. Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you have to take a... Only so I can take care of you. Understand? Ah, I'm scared, Nick. So, what were you getting so excited about before? Look on the lapel of this suit. That's an attorney's badge. Is the tiger a lawyer? No way, look at the thing. It's made of paper. Paper badge added to the court record. For some reason your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obvious fake badge from the C1? Come out from under the desk, Maya.
What are you two snooping around my office for?
Nothing, we were just...
Rah! My precious carpet! You Scottish on my rug! You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door!
It wasn't us, it was already like that.
You just wanna argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You think you take me on? I'm gonna flatten you two into pancakes and turn you into my new legs! Ah!
Oh, don't tiger. You're back.
Ah!
That voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. I'm sorry, Don Tiger. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and... Has she got a death wish or what?
Alright.
Huh?
Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing.
What?
I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear?
That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso, though, while you're discussing your loan.
But now you just gotta come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
But I don't care. No one gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You should have left the little girl at home, right?
I have?
Ah! No questions. This is the last time we meet.
Oh, okay.
Ah, wait! Please!
That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream, "Hold it," either. Dear espresso.
Ah!
And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was the tiger called? What was it the tiger called her? Violetta. So, Tender Lender. Tell me about it. So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender. With a warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscious rate of interest and an attractive payment policy. Why do you get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you the little bit extra. Here, Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Mr. Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card games for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Tender Lender is on your side. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We'll give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. So, what happened exactly? So, do you know anything about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger? Furio Tiger. Furio? The tiger? So that's where the tiger, that thing comes from. Zineoff got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. Oh yeah, right, we need to present. He's 42, really? Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tiger? Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor's all yours. No. Ladies first, Maya. No matter how much I look at these, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. Doesn't exactly come across in your tone of voice. And I own Don Tiger my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you? please address him properly as Don Tiger. Otherwise, I'll have to. Okay, okay, Don Tiger. Of course, I'm sorry. He saved her life? I'd sure like to know how that happened. How old is she? Oh, right. How about this? More coffee? You must have more. No, thanks. I've had enough, really. I'm so thirsty. I don't leave the office. I can't tell you about anything. Except on Tiger. Saved your life, you said. I'm very frail, you see. Yes, recently I died once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tiger, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you got the bandage around your head? This? Yeah, what about the head bandage? So what about the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. Fatal injury? Maya suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once. Oh no, not a third psyche lock. And it's a fourth one. Oh, she really creeps me out, Nick. Same here. But we got to find out the truth. January 7th, Vitamin Square. There he is. Old Seed is back. Feeding pigeons again.
Dear, take this and get out of my park!
Like I thought. He's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man.
What are you doing, Maya? Huh?
Hey, he has turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet he really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Pigeons.
Look, we really need to talk to you, alright?
Out with the demons! In with good fortune!
Ow, ow, ow! Seeds! Shell splinters! Painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. So, today's trial, how about that? I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Everyone be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy depraved animal.
No, not at all.
Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw the waitress put it in.
Yeah, but she has black hair, not brown. No bandage, though.
She put some white powder into the young lad's casino.
We hear you. We hear you.
And another thing, the young layabouts was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the weights. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
don't tell me to take it easy. You spiked hair brat. Take this.
Embroiderer. You said you were a craftsman, right?
The modern world cost honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the Shogun. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer. I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of the same situation myself.
I want to stick my fingers up that dripping old judge's nose and scream right down his ear holes. Objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think you're just in a bad mood, that's all.
I got a tsunami of frustration inside, and it's ready to burst out.
We'll let him start rambling now. We might never shut him up. What should I do? Suck it up. Guess I better let him talk. So, there's not much call for the craftsmen these days, then?
Of course not, you idiot! All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I? Some sort of 2-bit community handyman?
Kinda, yeah. Well...
Buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see.
Hello, Finisher 5000, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy. And I'm well aware that the Trials and... oh yeah, good on you there. It's the first time I'm playing the game.
At home, at the restaurant. I just don't get the way I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? That's suspicious. Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Très Bien? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Yes, I did. The very day the young brat was poisoned. What?
So what was the errand? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The servant girl collapsed. And I broke the vase. It all happened so fast. I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me.
Excuse-moi, you call the police.
Call them yourself. I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time.
So, did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
Do I look like I've had one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one? I couldn't find one right
away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
For 5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened.
Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. The owner was a Très Bien on his own.
Why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have if you could give me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that woman, I mean the man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Ah!
Oh, sure. You go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pinion poop instead.
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Would you mind taking a look at this? Excuse me.
You let me get 1,000,000 of my grumbles off my chest, and I'll take a quick look. I got an earthquake of frustration, son, and it's ready to rumble.
On seconds though, forget it. 1,000,000 grams for one quick look doesn't sound like a good deal for me. And Maggie was unconscious, insert Lanny face. So, to Trebien we go. No, not court record. Let's go back to the detention center. Okay, we're not supposed to go there just yet, fair enough. Go back to Trebien. Gonna save the game real quick. Because we have quite a few psyche locks to do. I'm gonna present with him the Magatama. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
No way, pal. Now that you made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to...
Take that!
I am right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big just like Glenn Elk did.
It's like you can see right through me.
Huh? I cracked him already?
See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing.
Ah, thanks, Finisher. So, about that radio then.
I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
Was with everyone in the lottery. So, how did it go?
I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elk, see? And they got this special radio show where they announced the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal.
I bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah, what time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Well, that's only the first Psyche Lock I've done during this, during this day, so to speak.
Yeah, looks like I got the flyer when I bought the ticket.
Millionaire radio flyer added to the court record, okay. Nice. Millionaire radio, that sounds so cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. Got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Okay, well, see you later then.
Bye!
You better get going, detective, or you'll be late.
Actually, I kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me.
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe? How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on earth who could down this much meat.
You think? I love weenies.
I can't get enough of this tender juiciness.
So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal.
I can't exactly say no, can I? Yeah, we're all aware of that finisher. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie.
It's finally gone. Let's head back to the kitchen. January 7th, Trebien kitchen. Looks like Mr. Armstrong is out again. But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose. Probably, actually. Most of these seasonings, hey Nick. Oh yeah, it's just the same thing as before. It's the same as before. More better makes them look pretty. Charles Armstrong's bedtime literature. Oh yeah, right, the poems. Forgot about them. Guess we'll have to come back here later then. Head back for the detention center right now. January 7th, detention center visitors room. Oh, Mr. Wright! Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty tough and go in there.
To jail!
Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway. Is it possible she is the one misremembering things? So what about those contradictions? Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimonies that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? So I really think it was this disappearing man that did it. Well, it's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber. My other name was scrambled on the sports paper as well. They never did find a CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. After the incident. You said that you passed out when the victim Glenn Elk collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew it, there was going on. They arrested me, sir. So, between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Trebien? No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. Grr, it's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much where we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The thing that man say don't for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. I think it's transgender. You mean, what's his name? Well, the chef anyway. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. Yeah, let's do that. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceeding addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as the old man. He's not really that bad of an old man though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie. If there's something on your mind, you got to tell us. Especially if it has something to do with the Mr. Kuda or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Is there anything about Mr. Kuda's testimony that he stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... It's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of cackling laugh. Creepy? Cackling? Why do I get the feeling I come across a woman like that recently? Because you have. Phoenix, you have? Oh wow. Did not mean to present this again. I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about is info about ex-cons or the clients of Trebien, sir. Oh, don't let it get you down, Maggie. Alright then. So let's present her the food now. Oh, there it was. Oh yeah, I got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox. Just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Miss Wright. But... She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But... I guess so. Gumshoe lunchbox was eating with Maya. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Maybe she knows anything about this guy. Holy smokes, that's him! Huh? That's your phone, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. Suntan, I mean, not suntan. What the hell is suntan? For the record, I'm not sunburned like an over-dried tomato. So I don't know how. He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. I'm not hearing this. Okay, that was not necessary. I can't believe someone nice as him could have had anything to do with this. Well, in the time between the victim being poisoned and the police being called, the only person who was on the scene and had a chance to do anything was Mr. Armstrong. There was no one else there. Mr. Wright wouldn't set me up, would he? Maybe. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're done here. Criminal Affairs Department. January 7th, Police Station and Criminal Affairs Department.
The main server just went up in smokes. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet?
This superintendent's here already.
Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend.
Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, pal?
Detective Gumshoe.
You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We've got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus! A virus!
A virus?
There's a virus roaming through the precinct's computer system.
But I really need to ask you some questions. So, how about the tender lender?
Okay, I'm gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes?
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
And we're not thinking about borrowing money, detective, we want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lenders is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around there in the business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get that picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? We better find out what the story is with this lady. So, what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with the face, pal? You think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus. Sure, I mean, only a simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Mr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine, I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. So, what's a virus? A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PC here in the station. A virus could wipe out all of that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that the viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network, so the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godus, so he catches a cold.
Right. Then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Where? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right?
I kinda feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before too. About this. What? Blah blah blah, okay.
This is it! The stupid name! I remember now!
I thought so. Here it comes. Don't you just know to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick? What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
Then I scribbled in a sports paper written on that CD. The name of the virus, MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah! The virus that just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us more details, please? We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honcho of the law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if the demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld, by my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at the carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the route of this virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one is so powerful, the estimated price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? a virus can be worth that much. MC Bomber updating the court record. Alrighty. So, to the detention center. What happens if you present her the MC Bomber? Okay, yeah. Same as before. So, to très bien. And we're gonna go to Blue Screens Incorporate. Okay. Then let's save. Because of the cycle lock that we're about to do. So, we're gonna present her the Magatama to her. There we go. Actually, while I do this, I'm gonna go and refill my water glass. So, be right back. Weird. No, I fell down. Okay. Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we do not deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you would like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot to see what it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg trouble have something to do with this? Take that! What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. Your good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But this is the what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse racing, was it? Take that! Everyone likes to gamble from time to time. Huh? But be careful, if you're careless, you could lose everything. Your money, people's trust, etc. Looks like I got that one wrong. Okay, I was supposed to present the ticket. The lorry horse racing, he brought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough. Is she crying or sweating? Oh, she's sweating like a madman. Maybe bad enough to put the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No! You are right, Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy him. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000. Yeah, but... It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Alg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Alg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious.
Take that!
Yeah, El Tiger. Furio Tiger, the boss of a loan office called Tenderlander. Tenderlander. People with business should think harder before naming their offices. Like you're one to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Alg. You think Glenn had something to do with this Fury Tiger? Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I got proof that Mr. Alg and the Tiger knew each other.
Take that!
No, that was not it.
Take that!
No, that was not it either. Oh, okay.
Take that!
No. Let's restart. I saved right in front of the cycle lock, of course I did. Good. Well planned myself, well planned. Okay, so let's head back to Criminals Affairs.
That's the girl who works over at Tenderlander. You wanna stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be at least of your worst, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name is Viola Cadavarini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadavarini.
Bruto Cadavarini? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him.
Bruto Cadavarini is the boss of the Cadavarini family.
The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name.
We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No, I don't remember ever saying that. Saying I was going to. Better get some more info out of Gumshoe about his family. Oh, okay, so it begins anew, alright. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Cadaverinis, oh wow, what a terrible name.
Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop, and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. Those guys are scary. They got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They got too much moolah.
Moolah as in money.
They pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market.
The black market, huh? And that includes tender lender, I take it?
Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini. And I mean no one.
Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves this little girl. She means everything to him.
So, how did she end up a tender lender?
I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tender Lender are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
Ah! I can't believe it! Almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
A lunchbox? You remember? The weenies? I hate weenies. Oh yeah, those weenies.
So, how did the weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Huh? Well, it was delicious.
Yeah, that's what she said, really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh.
Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this.
This sure is heavy burden, in more ways than one.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all those too. Maybe there's something I'm missing in Trebien, actually. Okay, she's no longer there. Okay, I did miss something there, alright. Something that did look suspicious to me, but I never examined. This calendar here. It's really pounding that... God damn it, that's not what I wanted. Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. Looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? This is another hint about tidying. You can forget it. Sounds marked December 3rd in a red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah, it says, meet with the tiger. The tiger? Should have collected that earlier, but I missed it, so that's great. Let's save the game. I'm gonna continue. Okay, now we can present the Magatama. There it is. Yeah, take that. Then it's the ticket. There we go. No! That's the first lock. Next up is El Tiger. Let's see, where is the calendar? Here it is. Fury Tiger, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with one the other day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No. It is true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000, ouch! But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie could get a bit of that good luck. Couldn't, I mean. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talent to repay the money. His talent? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I was so close to cracking her. The program in question was it by any chance MC Bomber? It's clearly MC Bomber. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that infected computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No! And that was the final lock. Good. Unlock successful. Whoop whoop! So Glenn's troubles. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer. But it's been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt, not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tres Bien. Where do you come up with these ideas? So risky extra work then. So it's safe to say Mr. Alg was the creator of the virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus, yes. It was a work of a genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gaucho was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debt. It's a bomber updating a court record. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Glenn Elsk losing horse racing tickets thrown back on the floor. Use the trash can, Nick. Okay, we're pretty much done here, I believe. So, back to the BN and the kitchen. Okay, it's still not here. Okay, we're supposed to go to Tanner Lender. So vitamin square. Then I gotta sneeze. Achoo! 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 Man, that's a lot of sneezes. Oh yeah, she had a psyche lock, didn't she? Let's save first. Okay, from save point. And present Magatama.
Take that!
The head bandage. You said that bandage around your head was for an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult apparently. Now by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that the car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the cadaverinis. Yes, it is. I don't think I have introduced myself. Tell me, what do the cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. The relationship with the cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why.
Take that!
I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? That's the first lock then. It happened about 4 months ago. What about 5 Nights at Freddy? I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swore to try not to avoid it, but I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injury. Didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they stayed, I'd have... is it possible? Could a person who committed a hit and run have been... It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tiger. I refuse to believe it. That was the second lock. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tiger isn't injured at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash, I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Yeah, they broke in scooter. He's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tiger rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? That's the third one. This repair bill was paid by Furio Tiger. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps, somewhere inside me. I know that may be true. I knew it, but Don Tiger still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tiger told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believed him. Really? But you honestly believe that to be true? Do you know what I want to think? I think the reason he paid for the operation was because of you, but someone else.
Take that!
Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruno Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tiger would have paid the money? $1 million. Unlock successful. The head bandage. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tiger to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. So that's compensation then. I wanted to believe him. I want to trust what Don Tiger said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruno Cadaverini. I want to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oh wow, she's actually crying. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. Thank you, Commander Root, for following. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? I'm Bruno Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse. Viola's medical papers added to the court record. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable, huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah. I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. To the vitamin square. January 7th, très bien.
Hey, bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return.
Mr. Armstrong?
Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you fellas.
Ah, it's Sineo.
Who you calling Sineo?
Ah!
Come out from under the table already, Maya.
Okay, hand it over.
What?
You just wanna play games with me? I recommend that. The medical papers, now!
Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you.
Forget about it. The girl stumbled an eggplant. You just wanna know what's said? I'll tell you what's said, and it ain't only your face, only her face. She thinks she got power cause she brewed a little girl. Now that's sad.
I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get 1 million you used to pay this off.
Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you wanna give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that? Two. Oui.
Mr. Armstrong.
Forgive me, literally. I cannot argue with him.
That really hurt.
Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter.
But wait!
Don't take it too hard, Miss Phoenix Wright.
That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence.
Hold it, pal!
Detective Gumshoe!
Detective! You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it! Gwah!
Whoa, come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But
Go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt... Who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
Alright, thanks Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind.
Gumshoe came and saved the day. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow.
In court. Tenderlander is going down.
Oh wow. Look who showed up right now. Right here. Right now. Right here. It's none other than Samurai TX90. Right as I'm about to end the stream, actually. Great timing, Samurai. Welcome to the stream, though. Are you streaming, Samurai? January 8th, 9:46 AM, this is court defendant number 1. We're gonna do that next time. For now, we're gonna end this. But yeah, Samurai, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the very end. Are you streaming today? Ha, what's lurking? 2 hours time. That's what they all say, Samurai. That's what they all say. That's what they all say. Okay, I'm kidding. But yeah, are you streaming, Samurai? forget about it. Or are you saying that you weren't lurking for 2 hours, but you're actually going to stream in 2 hours time? Yeah, you're streaming soon. Then make sure to subscribe to Samurai TX90 and go over to his future stream. Hour roughly, okay, yeah. So he's gonna stream in about an hour, that's perfect. I don't know what game he's doing. If he's doing a certain game, then I will join in on that stream as a playable character in that stream. But if he's doing another game, then I'm probably not gonna be in the stream itself, but I'm gonna be chatting and moderating, so you're gonna see me there. But I'm actually gonna end off the stream right here, right now. I like that song. Right here, right now, right here, right now. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching this stream, everyone. If you aren't already, consider becoming part of the Frog Squad by subscribing today, if you aren't already. And if you want to help me and the channel grow even further, you can tell people about it. You can comment down below later on in the when this becomes a video in the archived stream profile. Thank you very much for subscribing, Sam Woolley. I appreciate it. With that said, thank you very much for watching, everyone. You can help out by, telling people about this channel. By chatting in the chat, basically. Lurking is completely fine too. It does help, after all. Later was stuff. Yeah. But again, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope to see you next time I stream, which... depending on how long Samurai will stream, it might be after that, or it will be tomorrow. So with that said, thank you very much for watching, everybody. See you later, everybody. If not, I'll see you on Samurai stream in about an hour's time. Take care, everybody. Have a great Sunday day. Or a great Sunday.
Bye for now.